Hi students, welcome you once again in this session, Respiration in Organism for class 7. Students, today we are going to start with different respiratory organs in organisms, respiratory system in human beings. Now let us understand about uh, respiratory organs in other organisms. Students, as we know that animals live in different habitat, different environment, and therefore they vary in how they take up oxygen and how they release carbon dioxide. Though they live in land, water, air, apart from these habitat, they also have a different kind of structure, and that determine how they will respire, right? So let us see how different organisms they respire with their different uh, organs, respiratory organs. So let us start with earthworm. Okay, like earthworm, they breathe through the moist skin. Like they are found in they are found in soil. So these earthworm, they breathe through the moist skin. Not even earthworm, the frog also breathe through the moist skin because frogs are amphibian. They live in land as well as on land and in water. So they also breathe through the uh, uh, moist skin. Now, if we talk about fishes, how they breathe. They breathe through the gills. That means that fishes having different structure, which is called gills. So that gills help them in exchange of gases. Some fishes like whale and blue whales, they are also water animals, but they breathe through the lungs. Now if we talk about insects like cockroach, like grasshopper, they are having tiny pores all over their body, that is called spiracles, and through that they breathe. And if we talk about mammals, they all have lungs, like human beings, animal, frog, blue whales, birds, they have lungs, and through that they breathe. Even some simple organisms like amoeba, they are made up of only one cell, and that one cell help them to breathe. That means they breathe through the body surface. So these are different organs and different organisms how they breathe. Now we'll have to understand about how human beings respire. What are the different respiratory organs which is involved in respiration in human beings? So students, one by one, we'll have to understand what are the different organs involved in respiration in human beings. So the first organ is nasal cavity. That nasal cavity helps to inhale air. Okay, inhale and exhale air. Then we have pharynx. That pharynx actually the common passage for inhaling air and also of engulfing the food. Larynx, it is also known as voice box. So larynx actually helps in producing the voice in human beings or animals. Then we have trachea. Trachea is also called windpipe, and that trachea also helps in inhaling air. That means they take up the air into the lungs. And these trachea then further divide in two branches, which is known as bronchus, and both these branches, they enters into the lungs. And then the bronchus redivide again into smaller parts, which is known as bronchioles, and at the end of these bronchioles they have a tiny sac like structure which is called alveoli, and that alveoli is present. That actually alveoli is the place where exchange of gases taken place. Then we have lungs, that is the prime organ for respiration in organisms. So lungs, as we know that we have two lungs, right and left lung. So that lungs is the major part for respiration, or the primary organ for respiration. So these are the different organs of respiration in human beings as well as certain other organisms. So students, we will study about the respiratory organs in other organisms in detail in our next section. But in our coming section, we will know about how the respiratory organs in humans help, or what are their function in respiration or breathing. So till then, thank you.